Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. Hello, it's all of the Appian way, and as you no doubt read in the title, I still stink at this game. Anyway, let's watch a replay, and we'll do just like we did last summer. I'm going to show you a replay, talk a little bit about my journey to win a battle, and then I'll try playing one live. So here I just kind of decided. Honestly, let me tell you what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was I wanted to go into a quick battle and pick and just auto-generate the army and just see if I could do something with the good auto-generation button. But here's the thing: the quick battle format will not let you use the auto-gen button because you need to have you can't do auto-gen if you have army caps turned on, and army caps have to be turned on. I'm sure I just said that backwards, but what I'm getting at is you can't create an auto-gen army in a quick battle, much to my chagrin. So when we start, neither of us has eyes on the enemy. Neither of us knows where the other faction is. I'm gonna talk about my build first. I went with 3 Skaven slave spears, 1 Skaven slave unit, a pair of Warlock Jezzails, and a pair of Poison Wind Mortars. These are and one of them is actually the Natty Bubo shooters from the Jezzails. I'm sitting here thinking, these are solid ranged units. This is a good core. I'm not necessarily going to need artillery because the high elf artillery isn't really all that good. That's what's kind of going through my mind. I did take the Council Guard Storm Vermin and a unit of Eshin Triads and 2 units of Plague Monk Sensor Bearers. Just kind of round out the defense of my ranged units, as it were. But I just wanted my Skaven slaves up front to eat most everything, like the initial volleys, the initial charges, those kinds of things. And then I brought a Doom Wheel and Ikit Claw on his Doom Wheel. With just 2 spells, Howling Warp Gale and Warp Lightning. And I brought his one of his items, which does the Brass Orb, which is a damage thingy, and Unlimited Power, because that just seemed good. I tried focusing on the kinds of spells I hear people who are good at multiplayer use, Howling Warp Gale in particular, and I don't really like the rest of Skaven spells. Warp Lightning is just cheap, and I could use it a lot. And I discovered right away he doesn't have any aerial units. He didn't bring any phoenixes or dragons, so I realized right away I could actually save all of that Winds of Magic for Warp Lightning, which ain't that bad. The first few units I discover are the Spears, which don't intimidate me whatsoever. I'm not worried about them. That's fine. I also see, because he's not very well hidden, Alethanar over here. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, if I could see him, maybe that's because it's the fake one. So I'm actually... Oh, wow, his first shot just went straight to that tree. Wow, lucky me. So not really good positioning here because I can see this Alethanar. But eventually I start to wonder if that's because he wants me to see him and it's the fake one. And it ultimately doesn't matter. I don't think he ever uses the fake Alethanar ever. He also brings 1, 2, 3... 4, 5 Rangers, which I really like this infantry choice, and I'm sure they would tear apart most Skaven infantry. Anyways, like clan rats and slaves anyway. But much to my ongoing chagrin, we're going to get 3 Eagle Claw bolt throwers. And out here we have, and I'll discover these guys eventually, the Gray Shadow Warriors. I didn't realize they were Shadow Warriors until I was already engaged in melee with them with a unit that shouldn't have. I figured it was just like an archer, like just something. And if you're looking at the minimap, the units you see, I still don't know. And we'll talk about those flanking units hidden out here in the woods in a second. Trust me, we will. When I notice them. That's when we will talk about them, is when I can actually say that I notice them. So this is my perspective. This is what I'm looking at. This is me playing here, and I'm watching that shot fly in going, okay, did that do any damage? It didn't. Okay, so Alethanar must not actually be there. And my snipers immediately start trying to peg him anyway, but the trees give him good cover, and he doesn't take much damage. So I decided to change. That's not me targeting that. So okay. He must have gone invisible, and at that point, my snipers are just kind of targeting what they want. I'm just trying to move my infantry up, because I don't want to just sit here and take this artillery barrage. And the artillery is, very, I think, wisely targeting the Warplock Jezzails. And I'm still sizing up my enemy at this point. And I start getting off some shots. I'm like, I don't really want to waste my mortars on these infantry units, but look how they melt with that. I decide, no, let's go after some rangers. Let's try sniping out that Mage of Light. I actually mispegged that as a Mage of Life at first. Charging in my my Doom Wheels. I'm like, okay, all right, we can get some damage here. Oh, hey, look, this is a nice little blob. I might even get a brass orb in there soon. That's when I discover the gray, so I'm going to send this unit out here. I put some lightning shots on what I think are some mismicroed rangers, and I'm perfectly happy to just waste my own Skaven slaves with my artillery. And I'm like, yay, here's that blob. I'm going to put down a brass orb. He does Barona's Time Warp, right? No, Foz Protection. That's pretty smart. Especially since I just got the rest of my other good infantry up here. Ikit Claw's getting some great shots off, and I'm going, okay, I need to target something else with my... Oh, no. So I go ahead and I pull back my Eshin Triads, which I had already thought I had put them into the melee. Totally forgot what job I brought them for. Too late. All of my ranged killing power is routed and done. I'm not going to be able to pull them out of this. I did get one of my Warplock Jezzails back. They'll turn around to start shooting at this, but not in time to do any good. And yes, you guessed it, I also forgot to turn off skirmish mode. At least not until... I wonder if I did get any shots off, because I do turn off skirmish, and I take some shots, and minimal damage, no dead models. Yep. Boom. And my relief Skaven Slave Spears were, of course, not going to get there in time. I start chasing off the artillery with my Eshin Triads and a Plague Monk Censer Bearer. But the cavalry could just, run roughshod, do whatever it wants. So my Doom Wheel, who I sent off to fight the Shadow Warriors, did not get the better end of that engagement. But I do think I might be able to charge in here and do something about this Mage of Light. And I actually almost rout it. So, hey, I thought I did something good, but then he routes as well. Ikit Claw was not able to get the better of these artillery units. Doom Wheel is getting chased out. I'm pretty sure it's going to die. And Ikit, I'm just hoping I can get back so I can use at least one more Warp Lightning, but he's going to eat some shots from the Shadow Warriors. Oh, I did get him back, and I did turn him around. Hopefully... Nope, and routed again. That's the risk you run when you play Skaven. So yeah, the artillery is just going to continue to shoot him. I did drop a brass orb over here. Oh, I was hoping to grab and slow down the Illyrian Reavers, which I saw were coming after Ikit. I tried dropping a lightning bolt on him, but I knew that was going to be too late. Look at this, and almost got the Rangers, but that was a mistake to even try using that lightning to stop these Illyrian. Wow, and Ikit actually kind of routes that bunch. That Warp Lightning, those random Warp Lightning shots are actually really, really cool from Ikit Claw. And at this point, this is just like the Skaven Infantry show. This is where I'm getting all of my value out of. And oh, Ikit Claw turns around just in time to pop a shot into that Ranger. Here goes my Skaven Slave Spears coming back to the fight. This unit of Plague Monk Censer Bears with 37 kills. This one is going to rack up a ton of kills, even fighting 2 units of Rangers. With the support of the Council Guard, it's going to stay in there. Felt like I was really good Warp Lightning. Those Lightnings going to continue to harass my opponent, but as you can see, Ikit Claw is done. He's had enough. And that's it. My army's done. Everybody's done. With the exception being the Council Guard, which... Oh, I guess... just kind of want to show you, which I didn't realize is apparently immune to is an unbreakable unit, which I didn't really know going into this. Yeah, they're unbreakable. So they're gonna hold out here valiantly. I'm sitting here waiting for this battle to end. I'm going, wait a minute. Well, if they're still here and if that mage is still there, maybe I can get it. but my opponent is paying attention and won't even give me that small victory. He's just going to go ahead and kill me out here and continue to rack up kills on his with his artillery against the Eshin Triads, so I don't know why he bothers. It's just a matter of who can kill off the rest of these Council Guard. Yeah, that was pretty much that. He even had the opportunity to line up his cavalry for parade. Cavalry is a fantastic pick in any form, if you ask me, against Skaven, unless the Skaven are prepared for it, which my army definitely was not. I only had the 2 spear units. And worse yet is that I didn't even know the cavalry was here until it was already on top of my ranged units, taking them out of the game. Valiant defeat? We'll see about that. I am not so sure about that. Also, I feel like I failed Skaven players everywhere. I deployed fewer actual units than my opponent did in multiple measures, actually. Not only did I have fewer bodies, but I also had fewer units by a lot. He brought 5 more units than I did and was able to get a lot more value out of the majority of his units. My one almost victory, of course, being that Mage of Light, which I wasn't able to get out of there, and Alethanar, who just I didn't have the tools to deal with. Ikit Claw, I felt performed very well. I liked my Plague Monk Sensor Bearers. They got kills with very little control and input from me. Natty Boobo's Sharpshooters did alright with 21 kills, but as you can see, I did not gain any chevrons for any of my hard work. He did in his cavalry, but that doesn't... Well, they might have started with that. I might have been lucky. They might not have started with that. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about with all of this is army builds. Ideally, I wanted to go into this with an autogen army and just be like, I'm bad no matter what I do. I still haven't won a game. What's the risk in what's the harm in trying an auto-generated army? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that. So instead, I figured I'd just build with something I'm comfortable with. And then I'm going to do some research and really look at what the experts say for a Skaven army build. And by experts, I have chosen one of the... Oh, it's not where I want to be. By experts, I have chosen one in particular who I think is a very good player, who does really well in tournament scenes. His name is Felcon, and he has generously posted up to the internet a whole boatload of builds. 245-ish, something like that. And I looked at what he had to say about Skaven and how they match up with certain things. So let's look at his Skaven and High Elf build, okay? And immediately I was kind of surprised in that some of these things are things that I would have picked anyway. I was pleasantly surprised. He went with, Clan Rat Spears, the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers, I guess. That's the Clan Rat Regiment of Renown. But he took 2 Warplock Jezzails. He took a Poison Wind Mortar. He took 2 Rat Ogres, which is part of that anti-cavalry component, which I should have been paying a little bit more attention to. He took 4 units of Slaves, which is very similar to what I did. And he went differently with Lords. He went Lord Skrolk because of his special abilities in particular. And his items, Liber Bubonicus, Rod of Corruption. But he also says that the assassin is just good in every situation. Every army that he made for Skaven includes an assassin in one shape or another. And if you use Rat Ogres and something like combo that with Warplock Jezzails, you can, or Spears, you could defeat most cavalry. And then, of course, also the Poison Wind Mortar, because it will defeat archers that the enemy faction brings. My High Elf opponent did not bring many archers. not bring many at all. He brought artillery that outranges poison wind mortars. But this army also has more infantry, a little bit more to throw around. These guys are great for slowing down cavalry. It's given... Basically, what this army takes into consideration, which I didn't, this is the obvious, cavalry, which I didn't see coming until the last second anyway. So what good do those units do me if you lack the awareness to begin with? And that's going to be the moral of this episode, I'm sure, is that ultimately, your builds, no matter how good or how poor they are, it isn't going to make a difference when you're just a crap player like me. Yes, I still have the moniker Appius for a reason, but we're here. Let's do this. Quick battle. Fine match. We're going to play Skaven again. We're going to use the Falcon build. And an important part of Falcon build is he leaves you room to wiggle, right? He wants you to change things up. He wants you to stick to units that you are comfortable with and that you know you can play. We're going to try Skaven again. And we're gonna see what we can do. But ultimately, it's gonna probably boil down to the builds don't make you a better player. They can make things easier, and certainly you need the right build in order to be a more successful player. Like, if you have the right tools, you're going to be more likely to succeed. So we're playing against Super Rainbow Pug. Hello, hello. Good luck, and have fun. All right. So they're going High Elves, which is very good news for me. I'm going to play Skaven. We're going to load up the build that Falcon so generously shared to everybody. I downloaded all of them. Where's that build? And host has left the game. That's fine. This has happened to me 2 times so far tonight. I'm now essentially thinking that it's probably good luck before a battle. If you're in a quick battle, if your first opponent doesn't just outright quit on you, then it's a good sign. It's a little taste of good luck. Of course, that's what happened before I faced my last High Elf opponent. Hopefully this guy will also decide to go High Elves. That'd be nice. We're going to click the Skaven button. How do you do? Good luck. And have the funds. And they're going to go Wood Elves, which is good. That's a topical thing to do. I like that they've done it. My unnamed opponent. I'll be honest, I did not research what Falcon had to say about his Skaven versus Wood Elf army, so this is my first time looking at it. Okay, it's the same army, with one exception, or no, 2 exceptions. So instead of Skrolk, he's going to Gracier Plague on the Screaming Bell, with Plague Rash. Spells are Vermintide, which is summons a unit of clan rats, and there's an item in here that's really important. The Warp Storm Scroll, I think it is. No, it's targeted flying unit, causes damage to components, and then this is Portents of Verminous Doom. I thought one of these guys has like a Mortis Engine effect. I could be mistaken. Warpstone Armor causes damage to combatants. Here it is. So he brought in a Warlock Engineer for. Okay, well, he's decided to change his mind to Lizardmen. This will be completely different then, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and load up the Skaven Lizardmen army. There's so many armies. So many armies. Okay, there it is. This army is. Okay, we got Lord Skrolk, Assassin, Plague Priest, with just the Scrying Stone. Okay. 8 leadership and 22 damage resistance. Is there something I'm missing here? No spells, no mount, just a Plague Priest. I don't know what that's about. Lord Skrolk with Vermintide and Pestilent Birth. So we're talking about summoning units here. And obviously the Liber Bubonicus and the Rod of Corruption. So we're doing 4 Skaven Slaves, 3 Clan Rat Spears, the Council Guard Storm Vermin, 2 Rat Ogres, a Hell Pit Abomination, a Warp Lightning Cannon, and 1,100 for whatever else we're thinking. I don't want more infantry. This is already about the end of my ability to focus on infantry, which has always been a challenge with me and Skaven. If I had 97 more, I'd definitely add in the Natty Boobos sharpshooters. I really like Warplock Giselles in general. Good range, damage dealing units, but Poison Wind Mortars are the bread and butter of most successful armies, but that's counting on my opponent to bring infantry. And I guess that's what the Hell Pit Abomination's for, but I think I am going to want a little bit extra punch against infantry, so I am going to bring the Poison Wind Mortar. And can I upgrade you? Yeah, I can. So I'm gonna. And you, just trying to squeeze out every point I can. Alright, that'll have to do. Let's see what I can do with all this, right? Lizardmen are a very different army from High Elves, but they are an army I know fairly well, at least. I forgot to check out the map ahead of time, but Plane of Spiders gives us options. I'm actually going to try to deploy more left of center. I'm sure he's going to put things into the woods. I'd rather just have the opportunity to see them coming. See, I could deploy up here and get a little bit more of a height advantage, but then he can sneak something through here, you know. I think I'd rather just deploy down here, and I can work my way up. He's going to have the uphill advantage. I'd rather he had the uphill advantage than the sneak behind me advantage, you know? Normally I wouldn't play that way, but today I am. Alright, so just start sprinkling these slaves out here. Put in some of these guys around like so. I'm going to keep the Storm Vermin, the Council Guard, a little bit back. I'm actually going to... I missed the Alt key. Just going to kind of move these guys out a little bit more, move these guys a little bit more center and up. There we go. We'll start like that. Probably going to rotate everything to the right a couple of degrees anyway. We're going to keep this Hell Pit Abomination up here close to the front because that's going to be my main infantry killing power, along with my Poison Wind Mortars. And these guys I'm going to keep over here. I'm actually going to deploy this right up here. So I have the line of sight to get from the get-go. I can get most of their deployment. Well, I mean, a good third of their deployment zone is covered by that range. And then, alright, so we got our Plague Priest up here. I'm going to keep the Plague Priest near this Hell Pit Abomination. The two of them will do plenty of damage together. So that was why the Plague Priest is because it's on the Screaming Bell, I'm pretty sure. And then Skrolk with an Assassin Bodyguard. That's how I'm gonna describe that. Alright. Throw away infantry into a group. I need to keep... I'm actually gonna keep my Storm Vermin close to my artillery piece. I'm actually gonna put these guys back here. Leave them to shoot over. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And we'll do you guys, your group, kind of over here. I hate leaving things out of a group. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Just gonna rotate these guys a little. Just a little. That's holding down the control key for those of you who don't know. There we go. Start battle. Alright, who did he bring? What does he have? Alright, right away I'm going to go ahead and start targeting this Bastillodon with Solar Engine. We've got Saurus Warriors, we've got Croxagores, Saurus Warriors, 2 Bastillodon Solar Engines. I'm looking at a Skink Chief flying, and their lord is a Slan Mage Priest of Life, which is in range. I'm actually going to change target to that. The Bastillodon with Solar Engines don't worry me yet. I'm going to go ahead and move up my infantry like this, because I have the advantage. I have range. I have initiative here. All right, he's opening fire. Hey, that shot went into my Skaven slaves. All right. I'm happy with that. I'm already opening fire on his lord. This is okay. Let's have you not fire at will. Okay. Okay. He's got to have stuff out here in the woods. He's gotta. So I'm going to try and keep aware of that. I'm going to start shooting at the infantry once they come into range of my poison wind mortars. Pretty sure he's just going to try and plow through my infantry, which is wise. He should. But I'm prepared for this. That's what these guys are also here for, but I'm still... okay. What do we have? We've got Feral Cold Ones and a unit of Ripperdactyl Riders. Let's go ahead and pull these guys like here. Poison Wind Mortars are already doing some damage out this way. Oh. Mortars. Chameleon Skinks, Chameleon Skinks, Chameleon Skinks. Yes, please. There's so many Skaven slaves, actually. Holy cow. Alright, get the Council Guard back here. Oh, no. I'm watching you. Ha ha ha. Okay, he's going to dive into my Poison Wind Mortars. And here we go. Oh my god, what about my freaking Lord team? Holy cow. I knew I was forgetting something. Yeah, my whole anti-infantry plan. Let's go ahead and get these guys in here, shall we? I'm going to need to pull my guard into fighting that. Alright, I've routed his lord with my Warp Lightning Cannon. It's going to kill him really close to it. Alright. I need infantry to fight with these two. Let's get... Okay, so... You do your thing. Liber Bubonicus against... Where is he? There he is. Skink Chief. Skink Chief is still airborne. I'm not doing so hot against these Ripperdactyls. Oh, that's not my unit. That's... Okay. That's fine. Everybody kind of regrouped over here. So, as this is where I lose my micro ability, right? Because I'm a little bit overwhelmed with everything that's going on. Let's fire at some Chameleon Skinks. Let's put down some Skaven slaves, clan rat spawns. Let's get back over here. Oh, that's not good. And charge that. Okay. I have no idea what these abilities do. I'm just activating them. Here we go. Alright. Did I ever get... Okay, seriously, just go away with this. Please target something, will you? Just get rid of it. Okay, I have no idea what that ability is. I just... Oh my god! Stop! Okay, that was me freaking out because I had an ability on my... oh, that he's still airborne. Rod of Corruption. Sure. I really need to research better what my abilities do. I know what Rod of Corruption does, right? Yeah, sure I do. Just a little... I'm scatterbrained right now because I can't focus. There's so much nonsense going on. Okay, chase off those units. Where's my artillery crew? Is it still in there? No, my artillery crew is not in there. That's different. Okay. Hey, I'm actually routing good portions of all of this. That's good. That's good. Pestilent Breath. Oh, I thought he had no abilities. Okay. That way. Right into that. That's right. Bleh. Scrying Stone. Yes, more leadership. Okay, get back here. Fight that. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. You. Fight that. Yeah. Assassin's Trophy. On. I can't target that. Okay. Fine. Oh, no. No. Bail out my Poison Winds. My Poison Winds have been doing so good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. No. Actually attack that. Actually attack that. Get back over here. Fight that. Fight that. Fight that. Oh, you just standing there? That's great. Can you get over here and help me with some Croxigors? Hey! I might win this. I might win this. Skrolk. No. Liber Bubonicus. How about on you? And let's get some... some of that and some of this action in there. Yeah. Alright, so how are you guys doing? You're routing still. You only got 24 kills. Oh, man. Alright, my Plague Monks are on the scene. They'll do some work here. Ooh, okay. These guys are still out here and they're still rocking. That's good. That's good. Assassin's doing okay out here. Alright. This is an ability that only works on you, so use it on you. Hey! Yay! Hey! I won one! Did I deserve that win? I don't feel like I did. Oh, man, actually, now I'm kind of upset. I'm kind of upset because that means the series is over already. God dang it. The enemy army build is not at all something I would have expected. 4 units of Chameleon Skinks, 2 Feral Cold Ones. I felt completely overwhelmed and outnumbered and outmatched, but I think I just don't think my opponent brought the right tools to fight me. I was just I'll be honest, I definitely hit stretches there where I didn't even know what I was clicking. I was just like, with my abilities, just using them. I held back Skrolk, the Assassin, the Plague Priest, and the Hell Pit Abomination until, what, halfway through the battle? Maybe just having those guys in reserve was a secret blessing for me. Man, that Source Warrior got 180 kills. Dang. Just straight up dang. Okay, I'm going to tell you what. I'm not going to count this as a win in my book because for 2 reasons. One, this army build isn't even mine. It's somebody else's. It's designed to teach me a lesson, however. But also, number 2, I don't feel like I was doing the right things in that fight. Which says one of 2 things. One, it says that I either just got insanely lucky and did that, just like button mashing my abilities was enough to turn the tide. Or worse, it shows that my instincts are still bad, and by doing what I felt were the wrong things, but were actually the right things to do. I'm getting very, very extra layers of deep here. Things I improved on. There were definitely improvements. One of those was knowing that there were units in reserve, knowing where they were hidden, and being prepared for their strike. I feel like my micro is still all over the place. I feel like I definitely took his Lord out of the game. That was very beneficial to me. I felt like I was able to protect my ranged units mostly. The Warp Lightning Cannons gained those 2 XP ranks from dishing it out on that Slan Mage Priest. Like, that's something I should be proud of, right? Right? That's the only unit that gained value. Everything else bought it. I don't know. Like, that's just... I feel like that was a fluke. That's what I'm getting at. There are areas of improvement, but that did not feel like a win I deserved. I did 2 things right, but that doesn't make enough to win, to say that you've really won a multiplayer match. Right? I sniped his lord, and I saw the feral cold ones coming. That's it. That's all I really improved on, right? I don't know. You tell me. You comment below. What did you see? Did you see a disaster? Because I saw a disaster. I saw in that fight a total disaster, and then I looked up at the power bar and went, "What? How is that so?" So, comment below. Let me know what you think. Does that count? Because I don't think it does. I think once it's a fluke. I have to consistently do better. You know? All right. I've spoken enough. There's video evidence there, and I'm putting it up for you to watch. You tell me, what do you think? I will eventually try to build an army myself, I promise. Anyway, love you all very much. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you in the next one.